It's just you and me.
Basically, I've been up since 5 a.m. and I haven't.
And so free. Now we getting wild here. They gon' talk about me. Cause you are mine, so you better let them know about me. Tell me if you're down. Would you take a bullet to the chest for me?
Someone on Instagram said that my skin is evidence of what happens when you drink your water and mind your business, and I don't disagree. I do not disagree. Hello, beautiful. Oh, let me pull out my notes. How about that? Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel.
Hey. How y'all doing?
I know. I'm really moving like that toxic love interest that is not gonna leave you alone. It's sending you mixed signals, but you like them, but they're not ready to commit. But basically, life got a lot. Like I'm not gonna lie. I know I'm coming with the excuses again, but obviously I've been figuring myself out. I've been figuring life out, but also life has been beautiful. Can't even lie. And I wanted to actually come and share it with you. I have actually been vlogging all of September, October, and well, September and October. But basically, I'm not an oversharer. There are so many things that happen in my life that I just want to be present for, but I also want to show you. But at the same time, I'm not going to be putting out weekly vlogs, but at the same time, well, just yet, I know I'm easing myself into the whole like showing you my life thing. I still just want to be able to enjoy myself rather than making my entire life content. I do actually want to come and share with you some highlights from the last 2 months, because things have been going really great. A lot of transitions are currently happening, and dealing with change can be very, very difficult. I've definitely been adjusting. I have to also change as things are changing. And I wanted to kind of talk to you about what's been happening, keep you updated, keep you in the loop, and also talk about what's happening with my channel, because I need to get serious now. At this point, I'm just playing about. So I think the first thing that kicked off a lot of the change that was happening, obviously I did that video telling you guys about my career changes and not really knowing where I wanted to go with that. But I kind of took a backseat and didn't put too much pressure on myself to figure that out. And instead, with the extra time I had by closing down CDB London for just a little bit, because it's coming back Black Friday, put it in your diary. CDB London sale. And you guys know I never lack. When I say CDB London is gonna have a sale, I never lack. But anyway, put that in your diary, end of November, cop yourself some wigs, some bundles, because you gotta be looking cute for Christmas. But because I wasn't doing CDB London, I was able to spend more time with my family, spend more time doing things that I really enjoy. And the thing that kicked off a whole bunch of change externally and internally was my sister went to uni. And this is not my sister's first year of uni, but she decided to follow her passions and follow her dreams, to switch courses and to therefore move university. And she ended up leaving the city of London, our hometown.
Hi guys, I'm going to uni. It took us how many hours to get here from London? 5 hours to get here. It wasn't that bad a journey, and I think my sister's recording me as well. Hi guys.
So for her first year of university, not to tell you all my sister's business because this is not her YouTube channel. For the first year of uni, she was staying at home and we were living together, and then we weren't. So she moved, my sister moved to a different city, and my dad and I went to drop her off, and I cannot lie to you, all the feels. I was feeling a whole plethora of emotions. I'm super proud of her for following her dreams and actually following her passion, but she really inspired me. I can't lie to you, she really did inspire me, and I was just extremely proud of seeing her and the growth that she's made. Anyway, like I said, this is not her channel. She wants to tell you the story one day, she will. But when we went up, I started to feel this sense of like, I guess like a mother or a parent would feel letting their child go and kind of flee the nest. And it was so weird because I was feeling so much more attached and so much more protective than my dad even was. My dad was like, yeah, let her go, she's going to fly. And I was just like,
no, protect her. There are demons on campus. People are gonna lure her into doing bad things.
But she's grown. and I'm not her mum. And if you listen to the To My Sisters podcast, then you already know we've talked about parentification before, but I think her leaving really made me deal head on with parentification, eldest daughter syndrome, being basically a sister mum to her. All our lives, it has pretty much just been her and I living together as siblings, obviously with my mum. And my mum obviously having to work, and how many times am I going to say obviously in this video? Because my mum had to work, she also studied while she had both of us going to school and stuff like that. My mum has worked damn hard. My mum wasn't always home, and so sometimes she would have to sacrifice taking care of us in terms of childcare with taking care of us financially. And so it would also just be my sister and I, and me as the older sibling was really taking care of her. And so my sister really is kind of my firstborn child, and even though there's only 4 years between us, which I quickly often forget, but I have gotten so used to kind of providing that role that to a degree it started to damage our relationship. And I had to realize I'm not her parent, I'm actually her sister, and she needs me to play that role. She needs me to be that person in her life.
Elder daughter syndrome, you're not allowed to need, you're not allowed to want. All you have to do is give. All you have to do is serve in your position, because you can see that there is a lack, whether that be a parent is absent, there's a lack of resources, there's a lack of emotional availability even coming from your parents. So now you need to not only support your parents, but you need to also support your siblings emotionally. Your siblings cannot go to your parents and say, I'm being bullied. So instead they come to you, and you fill that gap because you know the pain of having an absent parent, and you don't want them to have experienced that. You want them to have someone there for them. But then the question is, who's there for you? Because you then don't want to ask your younger siblings to be there for you, because once, mainly they don't know nothing. Secondly, it's unfair, and you live the experience of that unfairness. And I think that's it hits you from so many different places. Like when we were doing the daddy issues episode, I went home and I was like, damn, daddy issues are ruining my life. And I was like, no, it's definitely the eldest daughter thing. It's more so the elder daughter thing, because having an absent father means you now step into the role of husband. A young girl stepping into the role of being somebody's husband is one of the most dysfunctional. Even the sentence doesn't make sense.
It's the worst thing.
But anyway, I've rambled on. This has been my segment of the podcast.
Well, have you seen the meme? I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head out.
So yeah,
Ain't
that's basically, if you want to be attacked from all levels on that whole being a spouse to your parent thing, go and listen to episode 2 of The Place We Find Ourselves, because I think he's a psychologist and a counselor. His name really escapes me right now, but the way he explains it, radically beautiful.
Wow.
But so painful.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's what we need, though. Radically beautiful, but so painful.
Yes.
Wow. Courtney, wow.
Yeah.
I love you, man.
Love you too, man.
That was good. That was real meat.
Sorry for rambling for so long, but I was trying to put my thoughts together.
That wasn't rambling. That was perfectly articulated. You touched on so many pertinent points, and damn, I'm even scrambling. I'm trying to find my edges, because they kind of, whilst you were talking, they were like pluck, 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 and now I'm looking for the JBCO to stitch them back together again. But no, I love what you said about eldest daughters assuming the role of spouse, and this whole normalization of giving without receiving, right? Because there's so many of us, and to be honest, you don't necessarily have to be an eldest daughter for this to be your reality, but more so for eldest daughters, it often is the case that this is their reality.
So good.
And whilst I think it's really interesting on the part of eldest daughters, we're forced to mature really quickly. I can imagine for the last born, they stay in that role of kid forever. But this is not your episode, guys. We'll deal with you another time. But in speaking to my little sisters, understanding that for parents, it's kind of okay, the eldest daughter is the, responsibility holder, whilst the last born or the middle kids tend to be they're kids.
They're kids.
Forever.
They're kids.
Forever.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to grow. And I love what you were saying about the fact that it manifests so much in the relationships that we have. I definitely was the kind of person whereby I found it difficult to articulate my needs, because I was never really given the space to do that in a functional way, right?
And it led to quite a few misunderstandings, because I'm here not allowing her the freedom that any sibling would, and she's here trying to gain that freedom and not knowing how to in a way that doesn't kind of lead to, I guess, her resenting me or anything like that. And so I am so thankful actually that she left, and I think she is actually enjoying the transition too, because she's gone off to be her own person, and it's also meant that I can stay here and be my own person too. I am very, very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
I think that you have made us extremely proud, and yeah, I'll say all the other stuff I have to say to you outside.
Oh,
Bye.
bye vlog.
I don't have to be thinking about somebody else and taking care of someone else and sacrificing something so that somebody else can be taken care of. And this kind of led me to thinking about how I was spending my 20s. I'm nearly at my mid-20s and hitting my late 20s, and I'm really embracing it. Like, I am not afraid at all to get older. I'm not one of those people who's like,
I'm turning 25.
no. But I did start to realize that if I don't kind of tackle my mindset about kind of being not selfish, but really reorganizing my time and thinking about how I serve people, but also how I am allowing myself the freedom to follow my own path and follow my own destiny. If I don't realign and reevaluate maybe bad and dysfunctional habits and mindsets, or, you know, things that have happened as a consequence of my situation growing up, I'm going to rob myself of my 20s. And I see so much content about like enjoying your 20s, thriving in your 20s. I'm actually currently reading this book called The Defining Decade, like your 20s, and how important they are. But if I don't actually start taking time to live for me, discover myself, explore, have time to adventure and stuff like that, by the time I get married and have kids, I'm just going to be taking care of somebody else and other people, which is not bad, but there's a season for everything. And right now, I think the freedom I'm having is being able to take care of myself and being able to think more so about myself. My parents are not dependent on me. My sister is not dependent on me. All my other siblings are grown. So it means that I can actually start doing me and following my passion, follow my career. And I'm really loving that for me. Like really, really loving that for me. I'm loving the freedom. And I think for the first time, I'm really having that kind of freedom, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And then for the rest of September, it seemed like everyone and their mom and their brother and their cat decided to have a birthday. All my friends decided to turn 25. And so basically I spent a lot of time in September spending time with my friends, going out for dinners, living my absolute best life. And I discovered this new Japanese restaurant actually in Wood Green. If you are a North London babe or you're ever nearby, it's really, really nice. It's like this Japanese restaurant slash cafe, and they have really good and affordable food, but their sushi was fantastic. If you're ever there, right, get the green dragon roll and just ask them to add salmon, or get the spicy salmon roll or something like, girl, I'm gonna insert it somewhere, but there's this dragon roll that they do, add extra avocado, mwah, delicioso. Oh, it is so good. Yeah, so I found that place and it became my new place to go on solo dates and solo trips. Haven't been on solo dates and solo trips in so long. And now that the panini is over, well, it's not over, people are still dying, wear your mask, but now that the whole situation is kind of clearing up a little bit and travel is becoming a little bit easier, basically, I'm definitely going to be traveling. These legs need to walk in different countries. I've been on solo dates and taking myself pretty much to that restaurant all the time. After we went there for Akuya's birthday. Yeah. Surprise! And then Rebecca's birthday came along. And I was wearing some groovy dress. Everybody loved that on Instagram. Even my mum called me the next day after I posted this picture and was like, girl, you look good. Obviously she didn't say that, but that's the gist of what she'll say. She said, girl, I sent the picture to one of your aunties. That's how you know I looked good. I'm feeling so much more confident actually in my dressing because I have been hitting the gym. I've been getting more confident in the gym. I have been losing weight and it has been leading to me wearing nicer clothes. As I mentioned in the last video, I really do want to just reassess and rebuild my entire wardrobe and actually start wearing colors, start wearing different cuts, different styles, things that actually draw attention to me. Why not? Not in like a selfish or vain way, but in a way that means that I'm not hiding myself purposefully. And I talked about that more in my Chit Chat Get Ready With Me. Definitely go and check that out. And so yeah, over the last 2 months, I've been spending a good amount of time really investing in taking care of me, eating better, actually working out, taking care of my body and my skincare. This glow is not by accident. I have been putting in the work and I've really been enjoying it, taking care of myself, maintenance and doing all of that, getting pretty and not really apologizing for it. I've really been loving investing in that, and it's meant that I've also lost 10 kg, which is about 22 pounds. Thank you, Lord. Being in the gym has been hard. Finding my confidence in the gym has been even harder, but I think I'm starting to get there now and I'm actually enjoying being a gym babe. Yeah, but also talking about being seen, I don't even know if that's a good segue, but talking about segues actually, that reminds me of Renee. Renee had an amazing book launch. Renee has recently launched a book. Well, she's curated a book with other writers and trained up those writers. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Book launcher, book curator.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel good. I'm happy that it's all kicked off, and yeah, the book is amazing. Dude, guys, download it. It's in the cover.
Yeah, I have. I'm gonna put the link in the description for you to download it if you need to read it. Also, obviously, I've been thinking more about the things that I enjoy to do, what I could do for a career, business stuff, all of that jazz, you know, money-making moves. And I went to an amazing workshop which was hosted by Netflix and BBC One Extra, which was all about The Harder They Fall, which is a Netflix film which is actually already out. And I think it's even available in some cinemas. And it's starring Regina King, Idris Elba, and I saw Regina King with my very own eyes in the flesh, guys. I saw her. And I took some very nice pictures. Am I jumping into my photography bag? I don't know.
When you guys do see this film, I hope that it just encourages you to think broader. This is not a Western, this is not a comedy, this is not a drama, this is not, it's a gumbo of, he's created his own genre. And that's what I hope that it encourages you all to do, to not think in boxes, you know, to erase the lines. And it's not easy to do that because we can't help to think in sections. That's just how we've been raised.
Regina King has made not a career transition, but she is expressing her creativity as a creator in different ways. And so she is an actress, but she's also jumping into her director bag. And the way she was talking about it and the things that she was saying was basically, she's always been a director. She's always been an actress. She's not making a career transition. She's just kind of manifesting and channeling what's always been in her in a different way. And I've started to realize for myself, and this feeds into this whole, you know, not finding a niche, not trying to put myself into this perfect box or perfect category career-wise, but actually finding what exists within me deep down, the things that I love, the things that I enjoy, the things that I feel naturally drawn to and called to, and thinking about how they can be manifest in different ways and embracing if the manifestation or the medium of those things actually changes. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I love film. I love stories. I love watching things and I love creating things, but more importantly, I love stories. I've fallen in love with stories again, whether it is storybooks, listening to music, even listening to film scores and paying attention to where it takes my emotions. Who is she? Who am I? Tapping into my childhood dreams and my childhood passions. And I think giving myself that grace and that room to explore has opened up my mind to so many things that I'm good at, but also to so many things that I can do. And that workshop and the idea of being a director and actually talking to directors and getting tips from them about how to create a set and how to make people ask questions when they're watching something, it just awakened something in me which has not gone back to bed. And so I cannot wait for you to see what is happening in the future. But just know I'm not holding back anymore. And that obviously includes staying consistent on YouTube. And I'm definitely, like, I've been making excuses for myself. I've been procrastinating. But you know what? I'm just gonna feel my way around it. So for the next few weeks, we're gonna trial out a kind of system, okay? I was talking about this on Instagram and people seem to actually enjoy it, and I wanna know in the comments down below if you think it actually makes sense and it's something you would wanna see. Obviously, my journey on YouTube has been very interesting. I've made education content, beauty content, lifestyle content. Now I'm moving into actually just wellness, growth and development content. Exactly what happens on TMS, but basically talking about my own personal journey. And like I was mentioning in my comeback video, walking you through my own glowing and growing process. And so I'm going to be returning back to my sit down videos. I'm going to do a mind, body and soul kind of thing, because I want my content to actually help you and feed you holistically and also show my holistic growth. And so I'm going to be talking about things that have helped me and things that I have been learning about my mind, body and my soul, and talking about the struggles that I'm even currently having in different areas of my life. You guys know I'm all about transparency, I'm all about honesty, and so I hope that those videos as they come will actually help you. The girls on Instagram, or the people on Instagram, said that they really would enjoy that kind of content. So I'm going to trial it out maybe for the next month, and you can let me know how you feel about it. But I really just want to create. Sorry for being away. I know it is my duty to create this space and actually to help you and manage this space so that you can flourish as well as myself, and you can be entertained as well as myself. And so I'm going to get better. Pinky swear. And I think that sense of duty, that sense of, okay, creating is not just a one person thing. Like, it's not just about me being bothered to make content. It's actually about connecting with you, connecting with a whole community online. All of that really became prominent in my mind after the To My Sisters live show. Live in London, baby. I'm so excited.
Well, I'm putting out like a fundraise. Does anybody want to give me the ticket?
Do you know what I mean? Like resale?
Yeah, like
I'll pitch. Man said resale.
Yeah.
It's whiskey.
It's fine. I'll even do Instagram live for you.
That's a wrap. Just for Courtney, who is editing later. That's a wrap.
We are done.
Done, baby.
Season 2, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. No bacon, baby. With extra mayonnaise, baby.
Season 2 is done. Season 2 is done. Season 3, we just secured a videographer for the live show. And it has been one of the hardest things for us to get. But we've actually secured it, which means we're also going to be having a live stream. Yes, so that means all the international sisters can come. We didn't expect the 100 tickets to sell out so quickly. Yeah. So now we're going to be live streaming. So now we just need to sort out the campaign for how we're going to release those tickets. Not the live show becoming bigger than we ever anticipated.
And I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Bring out the sisters.
Come on now. Come on now.
Come through. We want all of you guys to come through.
The live show took it out of me. It was flipping amazing. And just shout out to all the amazing, beautiful, intelligent, loving women that actually showed up to our first live show. I was struggling so much to visualize what the live show would actually look like. I was struggling to imagine everybody there and what we would say. We didn't prepare anything. We just got on stage and we just said, you know what, like, let's just talk from the heart and let's just talk as if we were talking to a whole bunch of sisters. And we did. And the amount of women who were touched by it and just have been touched by our content, have been rocking with our content, it just reassured me that I'm really walking in purpose. I'm really walking in something that it not only changes me, but it's actually changing the world in some small way. But it won't be small forever. If you were there, defo comment down below. I hope you had an amazing time. And if you weren't there, maybe next time. But I was so in love with TMS Live. It was surreal. Like till now, I cannot believe TMS Live actually happened. Like, sold out event, mad, absolutely mad. And if you didn't know TMS Live was happening, please follow To My Sisterhood on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at CD Boating, and you'll be able to keep up with all the things that I'm actually doing, because whilst I might not be on YouTube, I'm definitely active, and I'll let you know what I'm doing so that we can still link up, we can still catch up, all of that stuff. The run up to the live show was actually quite stressful. Towards the live show, we didn't have a sponsor for catering, and so myself and Renee decided we will cater. So literally the morning of the live show and the night before and the night before that, I was just up seasoning like 264 chicken wings. 264 chicken wings. I was seasoning them 3 different flavors. Is my name Wingstop? Better even. There I had to make like 200 sandwiches, ran out of bread, still had to do my hair, like still, there were so many things, but it was all so worth it, and I hope everyone actually enjoyed the food. But yeah, it was all so worth it, but I cannot lie, after the live show, your girl was burnt out. I was tired with a capital T. Burnout, for me, it often leads to me overthinking things and getting quite anxious and sad, because I'm always inside, I'm trying to rest, but it leaves me pretty much like depleted. And I won't lie, after the live show, something very strange happened. I started to really deal with loneliness. I felt extremely lonely. I don't know if it was the high of being around loads of people and then kind of thinking about what could have been better. Am I doing enough? Where is this even going? It's like overwhelm all set in, and then I started to feel very like isolated, and to be honest with you, it was something spiritual. But that moment led me back to God, and I won't lie, my faith is something that I have been struggling with this year. I had been struggling with this year, but after the live show, it's like there was a desperate realization of my need for my faith, like my need for God, my need to be plugged in. Like, it wasn't about, oh, do I feel like it? Don't I? Am I tired? No, it was, I need this. Like, I'm desperate. I'm thirsting for this. There is a well that I know I can go to where I will never thirst again. And I need to go back there. And as much as I may have been doing, like, even with YouTube, right? I'm doing up, oh, I can't be bothered today. I'm tired. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Actually, my life depends on this. Like, it actually depends on this. I'm so sick of the instability, like emotionally, and it's not, my mental health is leaps and bounds better than it used to be, like my late teens, for example, like 6 years ago. So much better. Woo! That's a whole testimony in itself. But to keep it getting better is a daily task. To keep myself happy, joyful, to keep my anxious thoughts kind of at bay, it requires daily practices, and I've been letting that slip. I haven't really been making that a priority. And after the live show, I said, no. Why? Because if I'm going to be here trying to pour into all of these sisters, trying to help them, trying to be someone who brings them solutions and helps them grow and glow in their life, I need to actually be okay. And I also need to be stored up for when they need me. And sometimes it feels like I'm not, and I'm letting myself slip, and I'm running on fumes, and it means that I can't show up the way that I want to, and also the way that I need to. And meeting all the sisters on Saturday, the 23rd of October for the live show made me realize that there's a sense of duty, there's a sense of responsibility. So for the last few weeks, I've really been taking my self-care, but also my prayer life, my journaling life, my reading life, my learning life very, very seriously. Taking care of myself, but also pushing myself to be excellent, to be committed, and really confronting what are the roots of why I struggle with these things. Why do I struggle to be consistent? Why do I struggle to be disciplined? Why do I struggle to be affectionate? Why do I struggle with these things? And realizing that I don't have to struggle with them forever. And so the last few months have definitely been life-changing. A lot has been happening up here, but I am so thankful. I'm so thankful that truly all things actually work together for good, and like things have been working out. And yeah, there's a lot to come, not just content, but a lot that is changing. A lot of milestones were made over the last 2 months, which I did vlog, but I can't tell you till it happens. But yeah, thank you. And I hope that you enjoyed this video and this good old catch up, and the clips as well from the month. I have actually enjoyed documenting things. I'm just thinking about how I can display those in a way that keeps them precious to me, but also that I can share my life with you. But goodbye, my friends. I will talk to you very, very soon. And as always, stay beautiful and stay blessed. Mwah.
Yeah, it's just you.